Here is Senator Clinton's response.
It's always hard to speak after you hear from people like Anne Marie and Barbara, because it is so clear how passionate they are, not only on behalf of their own children, but on behalf of all of our children. And it really means a great deal to me personally to have them here today. You know, I met Anne Marie, as she said, and she was making the rounds of the Capitol, which can be a somewhat daunting, even discouraging experience. When you feel so strongly that something has to change, and you've lived it, and you care so deeply about it, to go and speak to members of Congress and senators, their staffs, to tell your story over and over and over again. But she did it with great grace and grit. And Anne Marie, we are going to get Michelle's Law passed in the United States.
And here is how Clinton responded to Barbara that same day in Nashua.
And as I was shaking hands and meeting people in the crowd, this lovely young woman whom I met started talking to me about her precious son, Josh, and explaining to me about all of the operations, all of the anxiety, and all of the joy that she and her husband have had because of this miracle child. You know, I was in the middle of working on my health care plan. I'd already given a speech about how to get costs down, and I'd gone up to Dartmouth Hitchcock to give a speech about how to improve quality. And now I was facing what is the most difficult part of health care reform. What do we do to try to cover everybody? And there were people who said to me, oh my gosh, it's so politically controversial. Don't try to cover everybody. You know, do the best you can without actually pushing the limit to get everyone insurance. It's controversial. It's difficult. And then I would meet somebody like Barbara. And I think to myself as I was pondering what was the best plan I could introduce, who would I leave out? Would I leave out college students like Michelle, who get sick, and now, thankfully, in New Hampshire no longer have to stay enrolled in college, but in much of the rest of America do, in order to keep getting health insurance? Would I leave out Josh, who's already had serious and expensive operations? Who would I leave out?